wider than hip width distance apart. Sit in a high chair. Swoop the ball forward. Swoosh it back. Swish it forward. Feel those muscles, swish it back. Now I want you to do that until you get an active, like you think about them actively. You can feel them engage and release, engage and release, engage, release, engage, release. Do it again. Engage, release, engage, release, engage, release, engage, release. And it's important here to remember to keep your shoulders loose, not to think tension into them, not to think, oh, are they tense, which will instantly tense them, but just to keep reminding yourself that they're not the ones doing the work. It's literally your hips and mostly your internal muscles. So in, out, in, out, in, out. You can hear my voice altered there because I'm engaged. Okay. Now I'm thinking with them. What I'm going to do is, coming back up to full height, I'm going to keep them engaged. So keep that sway inside in your body. Keep it sway forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. You can see, you can notice the slight movement that my body is doing. An acknowledgement of that's going on in my head. Right. Thinking of those muscles, I'm going to shift them to the left and shift them to the right. Shift them to the left, shift them to the right. Now, how is it different from just moving the side body and the hip? Let's do that. So if you allow them to relax, stand down. Okay. Loosen those muscles, let go. Okay. Think, I'm moving my hip though. That's all I'm doing. So if you move that, then you move that. It's an impressive movement, and it's a fluid movement. Yeah? And the internal muscles, I can feel mine trying to engage to help. So let's engage them now. Now it looks like water. Disengage them. It's fluid. It's like, I think it's the difference between air and water. Because this is, for me, this feels very airy and light. And I'm moving them. So move your hip. Remember what we said. You dip that hip and dip the other one constantly. And if we went fully into the movement, this is how it looks. Yes? Now if I engage my internal muscles to do it. Ga, ga, ga. Here we go. Yes. Now it's got more depth to the movement, doesn't it? So if you think that, I want this week for us to go into depth before we move on to adding more steps. We're going to work on depth in the first few steps. So here, think of engaging your internal muscles. Use that to drive your hips left to right. Drive and then let go. Engage again. Now if you want to, you can widen your stance so that you can get lower to the ground. Hello. You can come back up. Or you can shrink your stance. Right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go back. We're going to disengage the internal muscles and do a purely external work with it. So we're going to work with external musculature. So we get that in the head and in the body. And then we're going to work with purely the internal muscles and get that into the head and into the body. And then we're going to combine the two. So, and also just to say, if you feel yourself cramping, ease out. So, for an example, if you feel this causing a cramp, don't just get up, because that will make the cramp jerk yourself out of it. You will hurt yourself. The point of this is to be free. So, external muscles. Remember what we said when we stretched the side. What you're doing is you're scrunching and releasing these muscles. So if we did like scrunch, release, scrunch, release. So if we concentrate on that. So you scrunch this side and that side. So if we do, I think drop your left hip, which will raise your right hip. Drop your right hip, which will raise your left. Again. Left, right, 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 left, right. And as you're doing this, I can feel it. The muscles in my back pull and release. So if we do that, we go left, right, 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 left, right. And I can feel my shoulders trying to help, which they don't need to. This is pure muscle. You're moving the pelvic basin. And see how the movement is in the back. Yes? So, the muscles in the back pull, release. Pull, so they kind of pull. This one's released. Pull, 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 pull. That's all that musculature. So if you pay attention to how that feels, so you'll know when you're doing it right and when you're doing what might cause you an injury. That's what we're doing right now. So again, sit high in a chair, feet wider than hips, distance apart. I'm going to move the pelvic basin, and you're going to pay attention to what the muscles in your back and in your sides are doing. Not just what you look like. What you look like is wonderful, but this is what we're concentrating on now. 2, 3, 4. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And I can feel this muscle pull, release. The muscles in my back bunch and release. Concentrate on that. One more time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fantastic. Now we're going to do purely internal. I'm going to show you my face. This might be very exhausting. That's fine. If you get tired, pull out and come back in again, okay? And then when I say pull, like literally just ease yourself out of it. Do a bit of a stretch, but do not pull down because you'll have to warm back up again. So have a bit of a walk around and then come back. Okay, here we go. Feet astride, engage your internal muscles. This is them not engaged, this is them engaged. I'm trying to see, oh, there is a difference. You can see in my body. So not engaged, engaged. Not engaged, engaged. Not engaged, engaged slightly. Oh, the bounce does a little bit of a tingle. It's good. So now we're going to use that. So like you're kind of stirring a pot, but instead of stirring it in circles, you're stirring it to the side, side. It's going through something loopy. So boom, 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 boom. And literally your internal muscles are the ones holding the wooden spoon to loopily stir side to side, making a figure 8. So let's see if we can do that for ourselves. 5, 6, 7, 8. 7. Don't forget to breathe, please. Breathe. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. My right leg is burning. stretch my internal thighs. Again. So concentrating on the internal muscles, so your back, which is still working, shouldn't feel as intensely pulled and pushed, because now you're concentrating the movement in that area quite deliberately. Did you hear my voice tremble? Everything is so connected. Okay, easing out. How you guys doing? You alright? This is we're gonna do a roll down, bit of a stretch. Okay. Bend your knees, put your hands on your knees, sort of thrust your bum back. Give yourself a bit of a shimmy. Try to loosen those muscles, stretch them out. Straighten the knees, keep your back straight, and bend your knees. Roll up slowly. Right, we're going back in. I did say this week is a bit of an intense one, so don't sit as low this time because we're working the internal muscles. If you're working the internal muscles and you sit low, you're stretching them out like that too much. So sit slightly higher, engage the muscles, release, engage the muscles, release, engage the muscles, release, engage the muscles, and here we go. Remember, this is what it looks like when it's led by the hip bone. This. That is not what we're doing. We're leading with the internal muscles. So, here we go. This is good for you. In later life, controlling those internal muscles will help you immensely. There's loads of medical terms for it and stuff, but like men and women need to know how to control those muscles and to strengthen them. So here we go. I'm going to stop talking and we're going to concentrate on stirring. Remember, it's gloop. And you're holding a wooden spoon with your muscles. Stir the gloop. Shimmy it out. Shimmy out the muscles. Well done. Well done. Now, we're going to go to section 2, which is when you're moving it forward and back, using the internal muscles consciously. Now, that should already be happening. That should already be what your body's doing anyway. But what we're doing this week is we're concentrating on what the muscles are doing, so that as we go into further lessons, it's engaged and it does it automatically, and before you know it, you're making your butt cheeks move one, then the other, without even conscious thought. If you can do that, that would be amazing. So, sit wide, sit low, because you want to give yourself a basin, right? So from the basin, forward, back. This is just external muscles moving, because we're moving the pelvic basin. So you think that you're thrusting both hips forward, pushing them back, forward, pushing them back, without engaging the internal muscles consciously. They do anyway, but what we're thinking of is moving just the bones and the external muscles. So you scrunch your abs, back, abs, back, abs, Shake your legs. I don't know if anyone else's body is telling them that they're working. Mine is. So now we're going to do that again, but now we're going to concentrate on how it feels when we feel our internal muscles engaged. So push, think consciously, someone's coming, you are coming to literally push your hips forward. Pull them back. Push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. When is it that you feel, there they are, engaged? So come up, be conscious of that engagement, move it left to right, there it is, okay? Now, thrust forward, thrust back. Using that same spoon analogy, the glute is now going forward and back, using the internal muscles. We're not using the structure of the hip or the bone to help us. We're literally moving the entire frame of our pelvis using those internal muscles. Engage and breathe. Remember, think ease of movement in your shoulders. Just let them breathe, let them rest there. Last time. Come back up, shimmy it. I don't know about anyone else, but I can literally feel the muscles trembling slightly because of the effort of doing it. Because they just I don't consciously do that, which is why I think it's very important for us to work it together. So we're going to do it again. We're going to engage those muscles. We're going to work that body. So sit down. Remember, sit wide. Engage the internal muscles. Hold the wooden spoon. And I'm thinking I'm going to tap north, tap south. Tap north, tap south. But I have glute I have to work through. So 5, 6, 7, 8, go. North, south. And you may not be able to go very far. It's not about trying to get your hips to do this. It's not. It's getting your body used to that movement. It may be very subtle. That's fine. Engage those muscles. What I'm noticing is the lower you sit, the harder it is on the body. So sit high for now. You feel tension trying to ease into my shoulders. So I'm going to do that. Wings. You don't have to do that. I'm trying to ease that tension. Okay, last time. Ease out. Shimmy it. So for this last section, I'm going to attempt with you. We are going to attempt to go from forward to back to side using just our internal muscles. Forward, back, side to side. Forward, back, side to side. And then, fingers crossed, we'll go full circle, which is the beginning of your whine. Let's do it. Why not? Hey, if not, why not? As my people say. So sit high. You can sit lower if you have more quad control, if you have more leg control. But my only concern with that is then you start thinking of the power in your legs and you then completely lose focus on the internal muscles. And this week is completely about the internal muscles in that wooden spoon. You're holding it in a big bowl of gloop. It's heavy. You're moving the spoon forward, back, side to side. And hopefully, eventually, you're going to do a nice circle. Now, it seems like, I just realized this, it seems like what I'm describing has a lot of tension in it. That tension isn't something that you think of. It just happens when we move. There's tension in movement. Don't worry about drop the tension and just work the muscle. There we go. There we go. Let go of the concentration on the internal muscles and just use the external ones. There we go. Now, internal ones again. Engage. Just think you're holding a wooden spoon and you're stirring. You're hitting all, it's a round pot, so you're hitting all the surface of the pot, the internal surface. There we go. Now you keep going. I'm going to turn around so you can see it from the back, because this is what everyone gets excited about. Now let's do it from the side first. So I'm going to sit high. I'm going to think, there we go. Put my hands up. Think consciously, you're stirring a wooden spoon. And it's a pot. Using your internal muscles. Again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stir. Stir. Thinking constantly that you're using your internal muscles. Stir. Don't worry if you're shaky. Ease out. So, we worked a lot. So, what we're going to do is you lift up your left leg, try to bring your foot to touch your bum, and you're stretching out the front of your legs. Do that. Oh, lovely. Did you hear that click? Dancer's legs, love. Oi, oi, oi. Alternate right side. Fantastic. You're going to put your feet hip-width distance apart. Sweep your arms up, and then you're going to swoop down over straight legs and try to touch your hands to the ground. If you cannot touch your hands to the ground, it's fine. You can touch them to your knees. Absolutely fine. Please listen to your body. If you can, hold your ankles. Nice stretch to the back of the leg. Bend one knee. Straight up, bend the other. Straight back together, bend the other knee. Don't forget to breathe. Seems like an odd thing to say, but roll up. Seems like an odd thing to say to someone, to say, remember to breathe, but we tend to hold our breath when we're thinking and moving. It's so weird. If we're learning to do something new, we hold our breath, and then all of a sudden we're lightheaded, and we think we're lightheaded because of the movement, but we're actually lightheaded because we've literally been holding our breath. So hold in, out, in through the nose.